Okay, mufflers, sirens, we know. Sound machine is on. 12:39 p.m., December 7th, 2024. More actual badge-holding police officers. I can't ID what precincts, what state, anything about them, okay? But they hold badges. They are police, but they're going to be wearing street clothes. They're going to be coming in piling, like coming in here as construction workers with personal keys. All right, okay, this is what we're to expect. Now, I'm to film them. I'm to film them however I like. Live film them, regular camera film them. But it's going to be the same gig as always. When they come in, they start pumping this house full of poison. So I'm going to be racing to the toilet, getting totally fucking poisoned. They'll be away from that gas because I've explained how it functions. There's different chemical gases. Okay, so enough said about that. The whole thing, pure copycat of how it's always been, is never going to stop, and I have to get this over. The driving in and out, the Arabic obvious Muslim terrorist. There's more than one, but I can't talk about all of them. The obvious white people, that's the crowd here, in and out. You'll have your black American domestic, African American domestic terrorists coming in as construction workers with the actual police officers. A complete and utter copycat of everything they've done that I couldn't report, that I will never forget. Many times I couldn't report they were here. I couldn't say a word about it. I still cannot. Not anything I remember they did, which is unforgettable. And all I can say, it was complete and utter violence in this house when they were here. I cannot say anymore. Okay, and it happened way more than one time. But they're not going to stop, okay? They're going to keep coming right on in. They're also going to keep coming in these holes they carved out in the wall. Okay, they're going to come in uniform through the holes in the wall. And they're going to come in street clothes. They don't come in uniform through the front door until they come in uniform through the holes in the wall. So there's a few different little operations they want to run through the entrances, however they come in, that consist of wearing uniform. The main one is wearing street clothes. These are cops as construction workers, okay? I am to film them. I am to not be afraid. They are cops. I've seen them in here before. I've seen different police. I have seen a police officer in street clothes hauling out a manufactured chemical stench from the room that's next door that has the lock on it. I witnessed the whole leading up to the moving of it and going downstairs. I witnessed the after, once they had got it out of the building. I witnessed the entire thing, okay? I stood outside of my bedroom door in front of the bathroom and watched them physically taking it downstairs. They had it wrapped in paper, brown paper. It was really heavy. They were both carrying it, primarily the man. The man was African American domestic terrorist Spanish. He was a very light-skinned, Spanish-speaking, Spanish, English-speaking, Dominican, Puerto Rican, anything of these lines, okay? He had a shaved head. He was with Thelma Hogue. She had that big hat on that she persisted on wearing. She'd take her hand and tap, 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 periodically, spastically, on her head with her hand while wearing the hat. Tap, 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 tap. I don't know if this is a nervous habit, but it was rather odd. While she's staring me down, tapping on her head with this really, really big sleeping cap. She couldn't properly get dressed. She was wearing this sleeping hat. Okay, not a normal hat one would wear when they were coming to work, do hard work. The woman is a practical joke. I witnessed her and that, let's just call him Puerto Rican, whatever he was, okay? Light-skinned male officer wearing a t-shirt. He had a beige, kind of mustard yellow t-shirt on. He had blue jeans. He had the blue jeans all the way up with a belt. He was properly dressed. He had tennis shoes on, shoelaces tied. He's a fucking cop. He had no hat on. Okay, they both made eye connection. They both made statements. I can't say what they stated to me while they were in the act carrying the shit down, but I can say that the entire hallway where I was standing was lit at a stench level of 1 through 5. It was at a 5 of manufactured chemical stench. And I saw them both engaged in carrying down a manufactured chemical stench down to the first floor. By the time they got to about 5 steps up from floor 1, going backwards, making statements towards me, so on and so forth, there's a whole thing I witnessed here. So we're really, really bypassing a lot of it. Then I left. I went immediately back into my room. I was to witness no more. I had to get away before they got to floor 1, okay? That's like, no more for me. Get the fuck out of this witnessing. Get back in your room. The whole place is lit with a manufactured chemical stench. You saw what they did before they went in the room next door. You saw them carrying it out. You saw them going downstairs. Then I witnessed everything after that, but I had to go in my room once they got to floor 1. Then I came back out, okay? And everything I witnessed after I came back out, once they got to floor 1, I can't talk about, but I had to stay away for about 10, 15 minutes once they got to floor 1. I could not witness. Okay, we're clear, but I went back out. So I witnessed all that. All right, these same cops are going to come back wearing street clothes, pretending to be construction workers. They're never, ever, may I get over, they're never going to stop coming into this terrace compound. They're never going to stop driving in and out. And while they're here playing as if they're construction workers, they're going to bring them in from the holes they've carved out all over this joint, wearing uniform. Like I've said, when they go down and all their walkie-talkies and hard objects crashing down like cannonballs, they're never going to stop doing that. Okay? I am to repeat this. They're never going to stop coming in from every access point they have into this terrace compound. The construction, the dressing up as police, coming in from front door with their cars, name it, they're going to do it, and they will never stop. The poisonous gases, I'm going to be a target of them. Endless poison. Endless. All the stuff I witnessed in here that I'm forbidden from talking about, it ain't ever gonna stop. So this time is different. I couldn't and still can't talk about all the times they've come in. Okay? Pretending to be house cleaners. Pretending to be, I can list some of it, it's clear. Construction workers. Pretending to be friends of Thelma Hogue. That shit, when they did that, was actually really dangerous. And the friends of Thelma Hogue, because they were approaching my door when they did that. I know. I couldn't film them or even talk about it, but a person doesn't forget this. When the house is filled with dead bodies and they're standing around, the house is filled with chemical stenches and they're standing around yapping at me. Like they're on some sort of dope. Like, dude, does your nose not work? Do you realize who you're fucking yapping at? It didn't matter. They kept doing it, and it's still going on, okay? They don't care if they just poison me and I go pee-poo. I come back, they're going to come yap at me. Go on camera, go on film. They're desperate for that, okay? But this time I am to film them. Just this next couple times they come in pretending to be what they're not. I am to film them. And I am to report everything that smells, everything I hear, everything I witness. Witnessing is witnessing, so there'll be probably a lot that I have to cover, and there will be a guaranteed a lot of stuff that I can't talk about. It's a guarantee. That's how it works here. All right, so I want the heroes to know that this is something we need to anticipate. What else? I can't, it's just too much. It's just too much. I'm going to take a break. That's good. I got the main point over. And they're coming today. They're coming today. Everybody's driving in and out. It's going to be real loud, real proud. Go on the TV. The TV is the internet. Film us live. Film us, film us. They're begging for it, so I'll do that, okay? All right. What else? There's been so much of these fucking cops dressed as regular street people, like off the street. I was supposed to mention something else. It's okay. Forget it, okay? But that bathroom is like a main thing to them. They can't stay out of that bathroom. I've witnessed that, but I could never talk about it. My bathroom. And then I can talk about it briefly, which I already have today, how when I go in there, they're everywhere. They're under the floor in there. There's areas in the bathroom I still cannot talk about on the internet where I clearly witness human activity. And that wall, they're just fucking working behind the wall again. They don't fucking care, dude. Loud and proud, here we are over obvious domestic terrorists. Loud and proud. If they want me to film it. I'm starting to think they do, but it's for my safety that I don't most of the time. So, all right, at least that wasn't quite what it has slipped my mind. And what slipped my mind that I wanted to mention, I can't recall it. I've done my duty. I'm going to go. Adios.